Jinger Duggar Vuolo knows how to make an announcement. The 30-year-old found a very special way to share with her family that she is currently pregnant with her and husband Jeremy Vuolo's third baby. The shocking moment happened when her mom Michelle Duggar and sisters gathered to celebrate the bachelorette weekend of Jinger's sister Jana Duggar in Los Angeles. They had a big hot tub, and they're like, "We're all going to go enjoy the hot tub later," Jinger told People in an interview printed October 25th. They said, "Unless anybody has any news to share. Because you're not supposed to sit in the hot tub when you're pregnant." The TLC star, who is mom to Felicity and Evangeline, said she didn't say anything in the moment, but shortly after she texted her husband, "I was like, should I just tell them tonight?" She recalled. And he said, "Of course. That's so special. They're all there together." And the Counting On star managed to completely take her family by surprise when they were getting into the hot tub. "They all went in the hot tub, and then I came out later," she shared. "They noticed I was sitting on the edge, but I didn't say anything. Then they were like, 'Isn't it cold? You going to get in?' I was like, 'Well, I guess you shouldn't do that if you're pregnant, right?' They just were so shocked. They were the cutest. I was able to tell them all together." And that's not the only way Jinger's family was involved in her pregnancy. Her older sister Jessa Duggar Seawalt also was the first to find out the baby's sex, receiving the results of Jinger's blood test. "She got the results and then she sent it to us," Jinger said, "because I wanted us to find out together. I didn't want it to just come to my email. I said, I need to send it to her. That way Jeremy and I can find out together. So then she sent us a package with a little outfit that told us the gender. So sweet. Oh, so sweet." Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar already have 28 grandchildren from their 19 children. For more on the Duggar family tree, read on. The parents of 19 and grandparents of over 3 dozen little ones started out as high school sweethearts. Michelle has recalled being saved at 15. Then one night, Jim Bob was making home outreach visits on behalf of his Baptist church, and he ended up knocking on the Ruark family's door after his friend told him that this girl from school that just got saved and is a cheerleader lived there. They invited Michelle to Sunday school at their church, and Jim Bob said he prayed to God that they could be each other's spiritual leaders, though apparently their first meeting wasn't as memorable for Michelle. A year later, she applied for a job at the frozen yogurt shop owned by Jim Bob's parents. "You came to the counter where I was standing by the cash register and introduced yourself," Michelle remembered in a letter posted on the family blog in 2017 for Jim Bob's birthday and their 33rd wedding anniversary. "You were shy but very sweet. I really don't remember much about that conversation, except that you finally mustered up the courage to ask me if I would go to your junior-senior banquet with you." She attended the dinner with him at Shiloh Christian, but it was when they hung out afterward discussing the Bible for hours at her parents' house that she knew. "From there, we believe our hearts were knit together," Michelle has said. "We graduated high school in May of 1984, and were married in July. I was 17 and Jim Bob was 19. The couple dedicated themselves to God and each other for the long run." Jim Bob is a former state legislator, having served in the Arkansas House of Representatives for the 6th District from 1999 until 2002, during which he was vice chair of the House of Corrections and Criminal Law Subcommittee. A run for U.S. Senate in 2002 ended in the primary, as did a bid in 2006 to become the Republican nominee for Arkansas State Senate District 35. He and Michelle, who are both licensed realtors, have been active in conservative causes, an aspect of their lifestyle that won them in 19 Kids and Counting, which premiered in 2008 as 17 Kids and Counting, both fierce supporters and fierce critics. A robocall Michelle recorded in 2014, encouraging people to vote against a proposed anti-discrimination ordinance in Fayetteville, in which she said she was calling to inform them of the so-called dangers of making it legal for transgender men and women to use the facilities they feel safest and most comfortable in, inspired a Change.org petition demanding TLC cancel their show. The city council approved the ordinance. Eldest Duggar child Josh was born March 3, 1988. He too became a conservative activist, campaigning for the Family Research Council. He stepped down after old police records surfaced in 2015 revealing that he had been accused of molesting several girls. including his sisters Jessa and Jill, when he was a teenager. Jessa defended her brother in a sit-down with Fox News that June, insisting that the worst names people were calling Josh were so overboard and a lie really. I mean, people get mad at me for saying that, but I can say this because I was one of the victims. His wife also stuck by him, including after he admitted to being unfaithful. When he checked into a treatment center in 2016, his parents called it a crucial first step in recovering and healing. Parents of three-daughter Mackenzie October 8, 2009, and sons Michael June 15, 2011 and Marcus June 2, 2013 when the scandal broke. Anna gave birth to their fourth child, Meredith, on July 16, 2015, the same day TLC canceled 19 Kids. Their fifth child, son Mason Garrett, was born September 12, 2017. Daughter Mariella Hope arrived November 27, 2019, and baby number 7, Madison Lily, was born October 23, 2021. In a federal indictment filed in April 2021, Josh was charged with the count a piece of receipt and possession of child pornography. He pleaded not guilty on both counts. In 2022, Josh was found guilty on both counts and sentenced to 12.5 years in prison. Shortly after Josh was born, Michelle got pregnant again, but suffered a miscarriage. While she and Jim Bob were still grieving that loss and praying for guidance, they found out that twins were on the way. We felt it was a double blessing, she told Love to Know. God was encouraging our hearts. We're still learning. It's really so unusual, because I breastfeed my babies, but my children are so close together. I have a baby, and then 8 months later I'm expecting. Just another unusual thing the Lord has seen fit to do with our situation. John David and his sister Jana were born on January 12, 1990. Jason Duggar became the recent sibling from the Duggar clan to tie the knot. Duggar News followers knew it would happen soon. That's because he had gone Instagram official with his girlfriend a few months ago. After seeing their coziness on social media photos, fans were surprised as he went against Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's courtship rules. But as long as Jason and Maddie looked happy, fans didn't mind. In fact, they were happy to see the members of the family question the toxic rules instead of blindly following them. The couple had a lavish fall wedding earlier in October, but it looks like something caught everyone's eye at the event. Jason and Maddie's dance floor was empty. Why was that? Jason and Maddie surprised Duggar News followers by announcing their engagement in August 2024. They had started dating in December 2023. Merely 2 months after this milestone, they also tied the knot in October 2024. Since it was a fall wedding, the ceremony took place in Newport, Tennessee, at the estate at Sweetwater Creek. Tennessee is Maddie's home state. Almost 300 people were on the guest list and had a special ring-warming ceremony. It means that they prayed over the rings before the exchange. The location was breathtaking amidst scenic mountains. But while Jason's sister Jinger discussed the details of the wedding on her podcast, she mentioned something odd. Apparently, the dance floor at the wedding was mostly empty. Why was that? As Jason is the newest Duggar to tie the knot, his wedding has been the talk of the town. In fact, his elder sister Jinger and her husband Jeremy also shared special tidbits about the special day on their podcast. While they couldn't stop gushing over what a great ceremony it was, they mentioned something odd about the event too. It turns out the dance floor at the party was mostly empty. Jeremy said that the DJ kept playing hit after hit, but no one came to dance much. He said that there were tracks like Cha-Cha Slide and YMCA, during which people came to dance. But they only did so because the lyrics of the song had instructions about how to dance. Finally, Jeremy went up to the DJ to chat with him. He explained to him that the Duggars never danced, and it was the first time they had had a dance floor at a wedding. Hence, they weren't putting it to use much. Jeremy asked the DJ if he had any idea what he was up to during the wedding. The latter said no, but it was wild. Jason Duggar and Maddie Grace's wedding had one element that broke away from Duggar family tradition. His sister Jinger Duggar and her husband Jeremy Vuolo took to their podcast to explain how Jason and Maddie's wedding featured one element that Duggar weddings have never had before. After a whirlwind courtship, they did know of each other for several years, though. before meeting at a church event in Abby's home state of Oklahoma, and a short engagement. John David and Abby got married on November 3, 2018. They welcomed daughter Grace Annette Duggar on January 7, 2020, and son Charlie Duggar in September 2022. On their 30th birthday in January 2020, John David's twin confessed in a sweet message to him. "Ever since John and I were little, we've been asked if we have that twin thing. You know, the thing where you feel what the other one is feeling or know what the other one is thinking." Well, John, I've always answered that with a no. But now I can honestly say that the day little Gracie was born, I felt every bit of happiness that you did. So I guess it must be real. Jana continued, "It's so sweet watching you and Abby as parents. You're naturals. And the same qualities that have made you a wonderful brother will also make you an amazing dad." And while Jana watched 11 of her 18 brothers and sisters get married, before she found love with Stephen Wisman, whose sister Hannah Wisman is married to the former TLC star's brother Jeremiah, she believes it's all part of God's plan. "I haven't always understood what the bigger picture is, but I know that God knows what is best for all of us. And so for me, it's getting married later," Jana told People in August 2024, shortly before her wedding. "Each of our stories will be written differently. If we were all the exact same, it would be a boring life." Jill was born on May 17, 1991. In a love story reminiscent of her parents, Jill first met Derick, who grew up about 45 minutes away, on Christmas 2011, when he stopped by the Duggar family abode, while out caroling with his church group. Jim Bob played matchmaker, and Jill and Derick hit it off, growing closer over email and Skype. Father and daughter went to visit Derick in Nepal that November, and Jill and Derick continued to fall for each other. In February 2014, Derick asked Jim Bob for his daughter's hand in marriage, and they tied the knot on June 21, 2014. They are parents to 3 sons: Israel, born on April 6, 2015, Samuel, born July 8, 2017, and Frederick, born July 7, 2022. In April 2024, Jill shared that she had suffered a pregnancy loss while expecting her and Derick's first baby girl. The couple starred on 19 Kids and Counting and later Counting On. Derick was fired from the show in 2017 after making homophobic remarks about fellow TLC reality star, Jazzy Jennings. Jill and Derick reflected on the controversies and religious beliefs surrounding her family in the Amazon Prime Video documentary Shiny Happy People: Duggar Family Secrets, which premiered in June 2023.